Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and in this session we are going to discuss about the software architecture. Software architecture means how we are going to access the application, how we are going to place our servers. So everything we are going to discuss in this software architecture section. So generally we have the four types of software architectures. First one is one tier application. The second one is two-tier application. The third one is three-tier application. And the fourth one is n-tier application. N means number of n-tier application. So generally we have three different types of layers are available. The first one is presentation layer. The presentation layer is nothing but the top layer. Top layer means whenever we are trying to access any application, the front end page will be visible. What the page will be visible to us, that is nothing but the front end layer or nothing but the presentation layer where we will be able to communicate with the application. So once we will be able to access the application, we have to do something. We are doing something while using the application. Maybe we are going to raise the PO, or we are going to doing some activity on that application. Whatever the things which we are doing, behind there will be a code which is running related to the application. So the code has been stored in the application layer. Means the application layer is holding the application code. The presentation layer is nothing but the front end. What we are going to access the application, where we will be able to communicate with the application, is nothing but the presentation layer. In the application layer, we have the business logic or the application code, which is running behind of the presentation layer. Because of what are the things which we are doing the activities on the application, everything is in the application code. So how the code, based on the logic which is behind in the application code, the application will work out accordingly. Okay. And database layer. So in an application, if I want to store anything, where it will be stored? For storing the application data, we are going to use the database layer. Whatever the data which is related to the application, everything will be saved on the database layer only. Okay. And if you see in a theoretical, means if you want it a visual manner, just please have a look on this. These are the things. The web, as suppose if you are using the one device, from that device you are trying to access one of the any application. Suppose if you are going to access the IRCTC website for booking any ticket. So first of all, from client, you are accessing the web server. You are sending a request to the IRCTC application. If you type www.irctc.com, it will send, your client mission will send a request to the web server of the IRCTC to request their page. So then web servers respond to your request and the IRCTC main page will be visible to you. So there you will be able to log on into your IRCTC application, and once you log on, you are going to search for the trains which are going to book. Means here from web application, you are going to access the application code. Okay, that will be saved on the application layer. Means application server. For if I want to deploy any application, I need the application server. In which server I am going to deploy application code, that will be called as a application server. Okay, suppose the ticket will be and if you doing the task on the application server, some activity will be stored. Maybe your purchase history, your ticket history, or your upcoming ticket, whatever it may be, it needs to store something. At that time, the database will comes into picture. Whatever the user's data, that may be application data, it will be stored in the database server. Here is the three-tier application. One is web application and applications, web server, application server, database server. These three, without these three things, there will be nothing. Okay. And suppose if you take one-tier application, how the one-tier application will work out? Everything, the things, the front-end layer and the application code and the database, everything saved on the one mission. Suppose if you take an example of VLC media player, it is an application where we are going to install in the local machine for playing the videos, MP4 videos like. So here you are not depend on the internet. So it is local installed. The application and the visibility and the database, everything will be visible on the local application only. It is the one of the example for the one tier application. Suppose if you take the two tier architecture, means the application server and the presentation server, means web server, the web server and the application server are installed on the single server, and the database server will be installed on the other server. This is kind of two tier architecture. And if you take the three tier architecture, like from internet, if you are trying to access, first of all you will be access the web server. Through web server you will be able to access the application server, and whatever the data which you have, that will be that data will be accessed from the database server. So this is the kind of three tier architecture. And we have the entire architecture will be, sir, it will be used for the microservices. So it will be quite difficult for you to understand what is monolithic and what is microservices. So in future classes we will have a brief discussion on this. What is monolithic application, and what is micro applications? Everything we are going to discuss in the future classes. But right now you just have a knowledge about that. What is software architecture? We have the one tier, we have the two tier, we have the three tier, and we have the entire architecture as well. Suppose in any interviews they simply ask you which type of architecture in your company is following. Some companies following different architectures. Okay, generally majority of the companies are using the three tier architecture: web server, application server, and database server. Okay, if any user trying to access your application from internet, he will send a request to the web server. Through web server he will be able to access the application and database. Okay, this is all about the software architecture. So furtherly we will discuss in the next upcoming sections in brief detail. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoy the session. We will meet up in the next section, okay, with a new topic. Okay, thank you, signing off, bye bye.